Hello, welcome to KatesAg. Right now it's morning time and I've just made it to the combines. We're gonna hop in and run one of them with Dad so that we can see why my return auger is filling up so much. Here it is. Dad and I just made it out to the field. We were working on some other stuff, so I didn't end up helping with the servicing today. Dad just started up his combine, so I better start up mine. Which it's not starting. I'll give it a pump of ether. It might need more. It's not starting.
Push the yellow button.
I did.
Push the yellow button.
I did.
Okay, these have a pump up fuel system too, okay?
Nate, you and Sonia go dump that truck first. Copy that. We'll get that truck fueled up sometime during the day, but not right now.
Just so we'll go through the pictures and everything. This is your fan.
Yeah.
This is your concave, your clearance.
Yeah.
Number 6. These are your sieves, the top sieve and the bottom sieve is the cleaning sieve, really. Top sieve's kind of cleaning, but we'll grab this thing on the end here and then we'll go down. I probably can't get it to calm down, so. Okay, your throw-over meter runs crossways up here. Or no, it's right here.
I thought the return, but then you were saying the throw over was vertical and the return was
This
horizontal.
is your out the back,
Okay.
the middle turn. You know that if you push the return up to the
backwards.
top, it's going to lock up and start clicking.
It backwards. Top being the very top, not the top of the middle, right? No.
It's this thing.
Yeah, okay.
Sideways. Throw everything in at low RPM, right? Blah, blah. Then
No,
wait.
I always do that.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to get on this other one so I know what's really going on here, but just to get rid of this thing. You
Also,
don't
there's
hear
a-
when you're running.
There's a little bit of a sprinkling noise when you first get into the swath, which I remember I had in a combine before.
It could be these pickers throwing shit up against the window.
Do you hear it?
You hear it like a sweeping noise.
Yeah, but
That's
it wasn't
heavy.
when I first started combining with this. But but the other combine that I had the issue on, it felt like it was raining seeds and it had a header problem or feeder or something.
Well, all these might have a little problem, Kate. I don't know.
But I think it doesn't sound super severe. I don't even know. It's hard to tell because there's noise all the time.
Is this going the right way?
No. I have been.
You want to run a high headset in this, Kate, because did you stall your head out in that cheatgrass where it wouldn't turn any?
On the right side, yeah.
No, I mean the belt.
No.
Well, you probably did, but you couldn't see it. Okay, now you're already
Mine would-
maxed out at your throw over the back meter. This is about, mine don't even run that much. We're going to close your sieve up, the bottom sieve a little bit. No, we're going to close the concave up one number. You got to find that. The gap, press this thing.
Okay.
Left is lower, high is right.
Yeah.
Okay, where's our speed? We're at 2.5. You're, about here on this, and you're under the top. You're running different concaves. I'm gonna close up your bottom sieve a little bit. That could increase your top. I'm going 2.4K. That's how fast I'm going.
I couldn't go 2.4 yesterday.
Yeah, well, this might be a short thing. You know what I mean? An end pass where they make them narrower. They're taking less wheat. But sometimes the wheat was really heavy. When you were with our first.
See, now that's a bit higher. The
Huh?
top one, it was going up.
5. And now it's 5. It's watch what your return does. See, it seemed to have cleaned this up a little bit.
Oh, it did, yeah.
Go to 900. Okay, you gotta wait for it to settle down because it's moving. Okay, it settled in at 8, 9, 10. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, this is the number you can't go above. You're probably gonna run a little more over return than I am because I don't know, that might be the difference in the concaves. I haven't seen it make much difference. What's our wheat look like? Clean?
It looks, yeah, fine. It gets pretty dirty in the window, but it's fine in the
Yeah, I know, but the window don't count because all the bad shit slides to the bottom of the pile. So
Yeah.
on your window numbers. This is a normal row here, Kate. I don't know. It's a little low, but this could be a short pass because it looks narrow in between the two things. So we'll pick this up on the way back, which this looks like a pretty good pass here.
Yeah,
When you close the bottom sieve, it tends to run more shit out.
but we're also going 2.8.
But we're doing it on a pass, it's only showing us 21. Our numbers might be about the same. This is probably what mine would show. They're not right, but they're a marker. So when you get into heavy shit and you know your combine's starting to surge, check this. But when it first starts to surge, it won't read that. You have to wait. It's probably reading up to about where that little bend is.
Yeah.
Before it starts picking up what you're actually cut back there. That's what this reading is. It's always late. So we could open this up. If we open this up, it should relieve some pressure on this. Because this is the final cleaning, the bottom sieve. That's where the weed's supposed to come in. The chaff gets blowing out. This is where this carries out the sticks, but allows some heads to fall through, to get put back in the return, to get ground up again, to get turned into wheat. But this looks like a normal pass, so we'll pull this back and see what happens. But you gotta press the button. You gotta identify what you're adjusting.
Yeah.
And then after you adjust, do it one number at a time, because it takes a while for all this shit to readjust in your combine. That's about where I run mine, right there.
Okay.
If it starts to fill up.
Does that mean half the wheat you're collecting is being thrown out the back?
No, that's just a marker. It's like the yield monitor. It's not, we haven't calibrated it. We don't know what it thinks. It's not right. This ain't 19 bushel wheat. I don't know what it is.
Probably
but it's not
50.
19. Oh no, this is better than 50. This is probably at least 60. I don't know, because I haven't looked at the book.
Well, then where it was going 40 on this monitor would be 90.
Yes. You can almost double what the monitor's telling you for what the wheat is. But I'm also going to 9.
How long after harvest do you figure out what the field did per acre for bushels?
As soon as the field's done, they write it down at the bin. We go right through it and add it up, know the acres, divide it by acres, and you know how many bushels.
What did our last field do?
I don't know. I didn't add anything up. But it had all that cheatgrass. I think it went about 50.
50 with cheatgrass is good though, but it was big wheat.
This looks like an average pass to me. I don't know if it is, but the spacing between the rows
Seems more normal.
Yes. So I gotta assume. Well, you can see his cut. This is the end of his header.
Yeah.
Whereas his cut before that was higher.
Right.
This might be the cut before. Now let's watch this shit. Now we're rocking this. But I'm still pushing it at 2.8. I'm gonna slow it down a bit. I picked my head up.
Can't you kind of hear something?
No.
Like, isn't it eating a lot?
Now we're starting to rock these numbers.
Oh,
Speed.
yeah, it's at 920 instead of 910.
Oh. Slow this thing down.
That's almost full. See, I told you it was making more noise.
You're empty this thing, your feeder house is making some sort of noise. But when the wheat gets heavy, you'll start to hear these like brush broom strokes. This wheat's going to get heavy here, even because it's just that slight thing. Now what? But we won't see the numbers till we get over there. But the numbers will plug you up here.
We are dumping on the go now. Would you say this harvest year is better than last year's?
Maybe.
Oh, you used the auger trick. Forgot about that.
Just make sure that you're aware of what's going on.
I like that he doesn't leave till you put your auger back. My dad is out of the combine and I've been going a little bit by myself. I've done a few passes. I'm just putting my auger out because our grain cart is driving by so I can do an unload on the go. I'm going about 2.3 miles per hour and my return auger is 3/4 of the way full. I've just pressed the grain button, so it should be coming out now. We have Eric Wall, Steve and Lily's son, out at the field in his truck now. So our grain cart will be filling him first, and we sent Darcy back to the bins to just empty what he had because Eric and Steve haul directly to the elevators for the wheat to be sold, and then Darcy and our truck drivers haul the wheat to the bins for storage. I'm coming up to the end of my pass here, and this is where I have been unloading the past 2 times. We seem to have a system going. Uncle Chris unloads before me, and then I unload, and then my dad unloads on the pass
Jody,
headed
we gotta
back up.
give John a load too, even if Steve is here this one time. Will do.
So we've left this row for my dad so he can unload on the go. And so I'm going to road over to my next row, which I believe is this one. And it's only a little baby half row, I'll show you. It only lasts until there, as you can see. So I'll just quickly pick it up and then I'll head to my next official bigger row. Now I pick that up. I don't want to drive on any row, so I'm just going to go ahead and back up here, which it's never good to back up in any sort of big equipment, but there's nothing around me. But then Uncle Chris and Dad always say, it does not matter, you always go forward in these. Just because terribly bad things can happen when you're backing up and you don't see something, or a person for that matter, which would be horrific. Now I'll take this full row. I don't know why it created that little half row, because it's almost like a little half portion right here in this row as well, and then it changes to a full row again. Today is officially the second day of harvest. I'm a little bit more tired today, but I'm still recovering from my cold. I brought a whole box of tissues today, so I'm not feeling the best, but hopefully I get to feeling a little bit better. I'm definitely feeling better than yesterday, but I'm still so happy to be in the combine. Nothing will keep me out. Oh goodness. I look at my return auger and it's like 2 bars from the top. I'm going 2.5 miles per hour. Oh, and now it's like at the top. And now it's lightened up a bit. I really gotta watch that. Yikes. I've been going a bit faster because my dad said it can go a little bit more, but I don't want to get it up to the top because then I'll be talking or focusing too much on how it's feeding in the wheat swath or looking around me at the beautiful views, and then once I see my return auger, it'll be too late and the combine head will stop and it'll be plugged. So I can't have that happening. We're at a field quite near the elevator still, but we'll definitely finish this before lunch in my opinion. There's much less cheatgrass in this field, however the swath I'm in has a fair bit of it. It's definitely something that we're dealing with a lot more this harvest, and Dad sprayed a lot of the fields for cheatgrass, but he didn't get to all of them, and it's something that's very, very challenging to get out of your field once you have it in. For example, it'll be in this field probably for years to come, and it's just a process of growing more crops and trying to get it out. It's much warmer out today, so the AC is definitely colder in my cab today. My bushel per acre monitor's reading 27, 28. So my dad was saying you can kind of double that and it'll give you a little bit of a reference. I do wish we would calibrate them beforehand so that it's giving us a more accurate reading, but as Dad was saying, it's still a gauge nonetheless. So if you go into thicker wheat and it goes up, you know, you maybe have to slow down a little bit. It's all just things to watch. It looks like my rotor speed is 930 now, so I need to slow it down a little bit. Can't remember which button though. No, it's definitely this button. Oh, 900. Okay, I slowed it back down to 900 because as the wheat dries out more, it increases in speed. So in the morning time, you usually have to increase it to what you had the night before, and then you'll notice that it keeps increasing. Like for example, mine went from 900 to 930, then you have to keep turning it back. I may even need to do it again as well. I'm about to drive by a power line right now, and as you can see, my pass is straight by it, but the one next to me has a little bit of a curve, and you really have to look out for those passes so that you don't accidentally hit your auger or part of your combine on the post. That can end up very badly. Uncle Chris is going by me in the combine now, headed that direction. Dad's just finishing up his row there. He's gonna pass all of us. He's just passed me now, so he's fully lapped me. He's now taking the row right next to me and covered my window in dust. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a grasshopper. Ah, he's made it in the tank, unfortunately. All right, now I skip a row and I'm heading to the next row that faces me. With swapped wheat, it can face two directions. So when the heads are facing you, it's much easier to pick up with the combine headers because the little picks are able to grab at it and pull it in. Whereas if the end of the straw is facing you and the heads are facing away, then the header has nothing to grab at because the heads have these hairs on them that make them very kind of sticky and glued together, which enables them to move kind of like butter into the combine header. These directions are based on how the wheat is swathed. So when the swather goes this way, it lays the wheat down differently than when it comes back. Now I'm going about 2.4 miles per hour, and that seems to be pretty good for this row. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos to learn about how your food gets to your table. All right, bye.